So good day everyone. Like you all know, my name is Dr. Joe, CEO of Success Team Tutorials and an MBA student of the University of Ibadan. So in our last video class course on Iupac Nomenclature, I taught you guys how to name Alkenes, right? So now I'm teaching you how to name Alkenes and Alkynes. You understand? So now let's break this down swiftly. So now look at the first question here. We have CH3, C double bond, C then CH3, right? Now if you can remember from the first video I gave you on Iupac Nomenclature, I gave you guys some rules. The first thing first is to identify the longest chain. Now the longest chain here is like this, comes like this. Right, so this is our longest chain here. So it means that we have what 4 carbon atoms. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, knowing that we have 4 carbon atoms in this chain, it means that our name will start from boot, right? Boot. Now, remember now, we have a double bond here. Now, where is the double bond on? I'll count from left to right and from right to left to know the position of the double bond, and the one with the lowest carbon atom is what I'm going to use. You understand? So if I count from here, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I decide to count from left to right, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, where is the position of the double bond? If I'm counting like this, forgot that was 1, 2. The double bond falls on the second carbon atom. But if I'm counting like this, the double bond falls also on the second carbon atom, so I can use any one. Right? So now, since the position of the double bond is on the second carbon atom, it means that it's 2 in. Abi, this double bond means that it's going to end with what? With in. Right? So now listen, I have 4 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what is the name of this going to be? It's going to be what? Boot what? Boot 2 in. Boot 2 in. And the reason for the 2 is that it's telling us that the double bond in is at the what? Is at the second carbon atom. How to understand? Now the next question, as you can see in this next question, I have what? 2 double bonds. I have 2 double bonds here, right? So if I now decide to count, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I count like this, so I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I'm counting from left to right, the first double bond falls on what? On the first carbon atom. That's from left to right. From left to right, right? The first double bond falls on the first carbon atom, 1, plus the second carbon atom. Sorry, the second double bond falls on the what? On the third carbon atom. That's if I'm counting like this. You see, it falls on the third one. That was plus 3, right? So if I add it up, I'm going to have what? 4. This is why I'm adding it up, is that I'm trying to look for the one that the sum of their position will give us the least value. Anyone that will give us the lowest value after summing their position is what I'm going to use. Now if I count like this, the first double bond will fall on the first carbon atom. This is from right to left, right? From right to left. It's going to fall on the first carbon atom, right? Then this one falls on the first carbon atom from this side. Then if I'm now going 1, 2, 3, this also falls on the second carbon, on the third carbon atom. The double bond here falls on the third carbon atom. So plus 3, so it's now 4. So I can say they are the same value. I can use both of them. I'll get the same thing, right? If you watch the first video I did or I made, you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. You understand? So now what can this be? What can this be? Now, how many carbon atoms are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Still 4 also, and they both have double bond, so in, right? So now I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So boot what? Boot 1, 3 die in. Boot 1, 3 means that die in means that I have 2 double bonds, and the position of the two double bonds are at what? The first carbon atom and at the third carbon atom. So I'm going to have boot what? Boot 1, 3 die in. You know go far. Now let's move on to the next one here. So as you can see, the structure I have on the board for number 3 question. Right, the first thing first is to number it from left to right and from right to left, and then I will know which one I'm going to use. If I will use from here to here or I will use from here to here. If you don't understand what I'm doing, watch the first video. I gave rules and regulation of naming organic compounds. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm numbering the carbon atoms, right? So now, if I'm counting from left to right, this if I'm counting from left to right, the double bond falls at what? At number 3. If I'm counting from this side to this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the most important thing here is what? Is the double bond. This thing, the most important thing here is the double bond. The way it does not matter. The functional group here is what? Is the double bond. So the most important thing to me now is the double bond. So anywhere I go to, it's going to fall at what? At 3. This is from here to here, the double bond falls at the third carbon. From here to here, the double bond falls at the third carbon also. So I can use anyone. So now remember I have bromine as the subsequent here, right? And the bromine falls as the 2 bromine falls at the second carbon atom, and this one falls at the what? At the 5th carbon atom. So I can just say that I can say 2,5 dibromo. Now I'll first list the subsequent. I'm going to have 2,5 dibromo. Right, 2,5 dibromo. Now how many carbon atoms are here? 6. 2,5 dibromo X. This is to be X. X what? X 3 in. X what? X 3 in. How do you understand? This 3 is because of the double bond falls at what? At the 3rd carbon atom. Right? At the 3rd carbon atom. That's why it's what? X 3 in. Assuming the double bond falls at the 1st carbon atom, it will just be hexane. It will be 2,3 dibromohexane. But since it falls at the 2nd carbon atom, to be X3 in. It no go far. So this is number 4 question. So this number 4 question, obviously this is our longest chain here, right? And this right here, this triple bond right here is our functional group, right? Sharp. So now, what if I decide to number from front to back? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I number like this, the triple bond is going to fall under the 4th carbon atom. But if I number like this, let me number like this. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The triple bond falls under the 2nd carbon atom if I'm numbering like this. So now 2 is smaller than 4. So I'm going to use like this instead of like this. I hope you understand. If you've watched the first video I sent on Iupac Nomenclature, you would understand why I did what I did. Actually, I gave up to 7 to 11 rules of naming organic compounds. So if you follow them, you are good to go. So since I'm going like this, let me just break this up numbering because it's not really important. So I'm using this style, right? So now all these ones, all these additions are called the subsequent, right? So now this is what iodine is iodine, but I'll name it what, if I'm naming it, I'll call it what iodo. This is what methyl, met, 1 carbon atom, right, and 3 hydrogen. So this is methyl. So now if I'm to name this, am I going to name the iodine first, or am I going to name the methyl first? In the rule I gave you in the first video, I said that you follow what? You name them according to according to alphabetical order, right? Alphabetical order. So I come before M. This is methyl, so I'm going to name the I first. Now the 2 iodine here falls on the what? On the 5th carbon atom. So that's going to be what? 5,5 diiodo. 5,5 represents 2 iodine diiodo. So it means that 2 iodine are on 5 carbon atom and 5 carbon atom. So now if I'm to name it, I'm going to have what? 5,5, right? 5,5 diiodo. 5,5 diiodo, and then I have what? Methyl. 4 methyl. 4 methyl what? What's the number of carbon atom here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 4 methyl, this is 6, and it's going to be what? X what? X2, since this thing is on the third carbon atom, it's going to be what? X2 wine. On a note, assuming this triple bond was at the first carbon atom, it's going to be what? X what? Exine. To be exine, right? Exine. But since it's on the third carbon atom, it's going to be what? X what? X2 wine. So now this is the name of this. Now, mind you, our organic chemistry boot camp is currently ongoing. As at the time I'm making this video, we are in day 3 out of 10, right? It's a 10 days organic chemistry boot camp. So if you are watching this video, you can still join us, right? You can still join our organic chemistry boot camp. We are going to simplify every single thing on organic chemistry and solve as much question as possible. And the fee for this class is just 2,500 naira. So interested students to comment on this, I am interested, right? Comment I am interested, and I'll send you my number for you to join our class. Now I'm going to be giving you guys classwork to try out, and mind you, this is not all. I'll still drop more videos on this. I'll drop a video whereby you will see a triple bond and a double bond. If you see a triple bond and a double bond, what are you going to do? I'm going to teach you. Like, for example, you have something like this, and then you're gonna have something like this. What are you going to do when you see this kind of question? Watch out for the next video. Now let me give you classwork, your assignment. So this is your class tag. So take a look at your assignment. This is your class tag. So I expect every one of you to attempt these questions and send your answer to the comment section, and I'm going to correct you. If you made a mistake, I'll correct you, and I'll also make a video to give you the correct answers for this. So now, for those of you who want my number, this is my number here: 07080376371. So you can contact me on WhatsApp with this number. I'm the CEO of Success Tutorials, like I've said earlier, and I'm also an MBS student. And mind you, our final revision class is coming up on the 30th of March, and it will run down to on the 15th of April. We are going to briefly run through the entire JAM syllabus from the beginning to the ending, right, and solve at least 100 questions a day. You understand me? So don't miss out on this one also. And if you join our final revision class, you will have access to our main classes, like our main class, which commenced since November and ran till March. You have access to everything we've done during our main class. And also, if you want to join, the fee for this is just 5,000 naira. So feel free to contact me if you want to be healed and if you want to blast 300 plus in your JAM examination. Thank you. God bless you. I remain your humble